Cancer, good morning, how you doing? So I can't hear anything. Is someone deaf? Steph and Jeff, Steve, Sarah, Sassy, Sandra, Atlantic, Ocean, something to do with Ocean's 11, something to do around a Libra. So are we dealing with, like, say, what do you call it, high priestess, and you're not talking to someone? But I can't hear anything. So it's either the fact that you're deaf or Steph or dead, maybe. You could be dealing with, like, a Scorpio or a life path 4 Aries Scorpio. But I can't hear anything. So are you actually talking to someone, or are you trying to block someone out? Okay. So normally, or Norman, or Normington, or Norris, but like, if you're not actually speaking, or not, if I say not, you say Pisces swinging on a tree. Okay, Cancer, just very quickly, just before we begin, I normally, John, I'm also hearing John, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jackie's son, family members. I normally start off with like channeling for a start, and then we figure out the story, we have a bit of a laugh, we sort of like tell stories and stuff. I figure out your kind of stuff, and then channel messages, and then we look at the actual cards itself and see if they represent any kind of story that's the same as the one that I predict for you. Okay, 4, Scorpio Aries, you're definitely dealing with like a 4 of being blocked, okay, blocking yourself off to something. Now I'm also hearing Daniel, block this, block that, block this one. It feels like, what was that cartoon, the cartoon Cancer, that was to do with the puppy, that was a karate dog or something, I forget what it was called now. But you could be doing karate or like, block, wax on, wax off. So you could be doing some sort of like MMA or something like that, as a sideline, just kind of, you know, enjoyment. But you might be blocking loads of people out. Like, okay, this one comes, block you. Okay, this one comes along, block you also. And then this one comes up, whoa, all this energy coming at me. Like, okay, block you out also. Unless you're being blocked all over the place. Sinuses being blocked also. I'm also hearing for a lot of you, like I can't breathe. And I'm just like blocking everybody out and just nobody's in. And I'm not in or out. But you do realise that when you are blocked, you can't manifest anything. Like when you're not open, because if you look at your aura, okay, Rita, but when you look at your aura, okay, if it has darkness inside it and it's blocked and you have fear, like fear grows, right? So fear of anybody or anything, or Steve, but anybody or anything, if I say thing, you say Stephen King or Leo or an Aquarian. But like, you know, if you are blocking and you've got fear in your head, you form an energy that is dark, right? So the darkness will come within you, Ozzy Osbourne, someone from Australia, the darkness. Okay, so you get darkness within you. When you do, that can lead to a dark attachment that can attach to the dark because you're fearing. Okay, it's like a panic attack. If you fear a panic attack, you more likely have one. Okay, so like if you've got fear in your mind, the darkness can grab hold of it and go, oh, I'm here. And you can't forget it, right? It's like anxiety. Some of you could suffer from anxiety or panic attacks. I did. But mine is completely gone now at the moment because I've figured out a way of doing it, and I'm sleeping in a chair for my sleep apnea, and that was what I was fearing, was sleeping. Okay, but it seems to be really good. Skin's cleared up, energy's picked up. I've actually got sleep, which is fantastic. Okay, but if you look at it like that, okay, if you're fearing something, or I'm hearing. So some of you might be going to court, and you might have to go to court and go to, because I pick up a lot of you are being stalked all over the place by people, and you're just kind of like, oh, God, everybody's watching me. Okay, now, I digress very quickly. I hope that you don't get fed up with my readings, because a lot of people like my stories and channeling and stuff like that. Some people are like, I just want to get straight on with the tarot. Okay, if you want to get straight on with the tarot, that is later, but it is definitely on Patreon. Just tarot. Okay, so I'm picking up a lot of you, like, people have mentioned in America, like there's trafficking and all of this sort of stuff, right? So it isn't in Britain, right? It isn't in Britain. So I don't get all of those. So obviously be cautious, be careful, always be cautious and careful, okay? Always, okay? Above all, okay? That's the most important, okay? Because when I'm channeling and I'm talking to people and saying, like I did in the SADS reading yesterday, like, you know, validation, there's so much more to that about being careful. That's just one thing. I just can't ever reel them all off. If I say real, you say Pisces. Maybe trying to get someone to come over and maybe visit or something like that. Okay, so it's kind of like, oh, now you've got my attention, right? Now I'm kind of hook, line and sinker. And that there's a safety net for someone to maybe come over. Now, if you get a good energy, right, the first thing that women, sorry if I'm going on about women quite a lot just lately, okay, but I'm also trying to, like, maybe, hopefully, like, you know, get some decent men out there. Okay. They need to feel safe. 100% a woman needs to feel safe. That is, I would say, rule number 2, like keeping a good woman interested in you, you have to feel safe. A person has to feel safe. That's 100%. That's not just money. That is that a person has to feel that they can trust you and be safe around you in order to be able to keep up that. Because as soon as a woman or a man, and I can guarantee you this as well, both ways, if a man thinks you're crazy as fuck, there'll be no chance, because they won't feel safe. They'll think, whoa, there's a hell of a lot going on up there, like, you know. So it goes vice versa, but safety is above all one of the most important factors in order to keep a relationship going, and also making sure that you get one, because that requires leadership also. And it also relates to validation, okay? Being validated, being seen, being known for one's worth, saying that you're attractive, I appreciate you for who you are. Knowing that warms someone up to you, okay? Second protocol goes definitely Steph and Jeff and Steve, but it goes to like safety, okay? So I don't know why I'm talking about this a lot. So I have been in last Sagittarius. Sagittarius is also a Taurus. I will go into that in a moment. But and it came up through Virgo reading too. Okay, so if I'm talking about the same subjects a lot of you watch, it's because there is something here around you that is of these same messages. Okay, so your messages at front are someone that's got front, okay, which is confidence. Confidence, confidence, confidence. So the person that you're dealing with, maybe, or is interested in you, Cancer, has confidence, right? They have confidence, right? They have confidence in you. I'm also hearing alchemy, Natalie, but I'm hearing a hearing. That was it. Something to do with around needing to maybe go to court. Someone, like it could be you, it could be the other person that you're interacting with, but I'm hearing like a court date, okay, or a first date. Okay, but like dating a mate, some of you, it could just be mates. Like it's kind of like this friendship that you're kind of building up, blah, blah, blah. Some of you could just be still dealing with the lover, friend, then friend. Could be something to do around a Gemini or a Capricorn. If you've been in, okay, so there's groups of segments of energy here. If you've been in a love situation with someone and you've slept with them and then that's friends, that's platonic, that's never going to happen. If you've slept with someone and then they become a friend, and then they become an enemy, and then a lover, and then a friend, and then a lover, then a friend, that's just yo-yo knickers. That's just you needing to have boundaries. That's just you convincing yourself that that's love, and that isn't. Okay, because I'm definitely hearing, what is love? So that would be, sorry, not what is love? Oh, God. More than love's more than love. You don't know. That's in your head, and it's more, not anymore. Sorry, he sung, why does it always rain on me, even though I was 17. So you could be dealing with an 8, okay, which would be an Aquarian or a Leo, that is 17, okay. You could actually be 17. If you are, you probably shouldn't be watching this reading. Because I do swear and everything else. It should be 18 only. Okay, so 18 only. So you're dealing with a Virgo, life path 9 or Virgo. Maybe signs of possible PTSD that could be here. Okay. Cancer. So where are we going? There's this energy of I'm not sure where this is going. Like I just don't quite know where this is going yet. Like it could be something that's quite fresh, something that's really new. And it's kind of like, I really don't know where this is going. Like, I just don't, because it might be where some of you haven't expressed like a commitment as such. And you're just kind of in that hangman stage of a Piscean, just kind of like, well, I kind of, you know, I'm sort of not really single, but I'm sort of talking to someone, but yeah, kind of like that. Like, I don't really know. Like, I don't know what the connection is. It's kind of like a connection is there. Connect for. So Scorpio, Aries people, unless you're like me and you're a life path 7 and you've got Scorpio and Aries in your chart, or the other person does, right? Don't forget, this is what I was going to say, Cancer. Now, you can watch this as a life path 7 or a Cancerian. You just can't watch it from another star sign aspect. Like when I say Gemini, I'll say you can watch it as a Capricorn Gemini because they're 6s, right? Ideal in numerology. The major arcana of another card sometimes has another one attached to it. Okay, so 2. You're probably dealing with like 2 of Cups. Life path 2. There's an energy here of trusting someone, but learning to trust someone. So sort of like warming up to someone, if you like getting to know each other on a daily basis. I definitely hear like day day and night cycles, sun and moon. Something to do with a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo person maybe in their chart, and the sun of a Leo or an Aquarian maybe energy of someone that is also around. If I am picking up in my head the sun and the moon, that would be a long distance relationship. That would be when it's sunny here, it's dark here, and when it's dark here, it's sunny here, and it does its revolutions of such here like that. And it's kind of like, okay, I'll text you and message you when it's dark here and it's light here. So there's kind of like this energy of Ocean's 11, where it means that it could be a long distance communication. It could be a friendship. It could be where you say, do this for a living. Okay, and you deal with clients all over the world. Now, if I say world, you say, isn't that a 3? That must be a Pisces. So, like I said, you could be a tarot reader. You could be someone that is online. You could be talking. You could be talking like FaceTime, these kind of things, maybe with clients. I'm kind of got a feeling like your love life could well somewhere be here, where it involves that someone is around you, but they're not actually living in the same, I don't know, state, country, village, or planet. Let's just hope that person lives on the same planet, right? So you've got these long distance communications, so like BT, I'm hearing BT, that's British Telecom. So you might work for a telecom communication, or you're always telephoning someone, or you're always on your phone talking to someone, or you're always recording something, okay? Red means recording, Jeremy. Some of you are looking for a recording contract, or some sort of like where you do a lot of music, or this person does a lot of music. If I say like red means recording, you probably don't know of the guy. I watch him on YouTube sometimes a long time ago, because his name was Jeremy. He does recording and showing you how to make music and stuff. So, and then I go into music contract channeling. Some of you are looking for a music. Hopefully you guys make music though, right? Because I've known a lot of people looking for music contracts and they don't even make music. Like, so you're not going to get a music contract, right? But like, I'm looking for a contract of something to do with around music. Some of you are just looking for a contract of an actual relationship, and you're like, contact. That would be Jodie Foster. Anybody that's got like a J in their name, J in their name. Gianna, Jason, Julian, Jason. I keep hearing Jason all the time. But yeah, so someone that's got J in their name, or N, or from New York City, New York Strip. Okay, now the person said, Steve, I'm on the same diet as you. In the Scorpio reading, right? Are you here somewhere? You said New York Strip. I read your comment this morning, and that you're on the same diet as me. Well done, great, keep it up. Don't you feel great on a carnivore diet? I've been using pile cream, arse cream on my face too. I've noticed that all my bags and everything are kind of like depleting. I've obviously had my hair cut, which I actually kind of like now, to be honest with you. I didn't for a start, but I'm kind of getting used to it, because I've never really had short hair. Like, so it does take a while to get used to. Or Kim, with the kids of America, Kim Bolton. But yeah, I'm kind of like getting used to it now. Sleep's picked up, energy's come back, colour has come back into my face. So I'm actually getting oxygen. I'm going out a lot more, getting oxygen. So yeah, I'm feeling really good on this diet. So congratulations if you're on the carnivore diet. It's good, isn't it? But yeah, so you've got that going on. So you could be on like dietary supplements, all these kind of things, keeping up on your health. Okay, really, I'm picking up like a lot of 9 energies here. If you're fortunate enough, like I'd say fortunate or not unfortunate, but I have like 4 stellium, so I do have like 3 Virgo in my chart. So like, I always class Virgo as the one that kind of like products, supplementing, researching, Reese, Rihanna, Ricky, Rachel, Regina, but like researching health, going on diets, these kind of things, supplements, keeping up on a health regime this month, keeping up on my appearance, haircuts, makeup, you know, kind of like looking after yourself, prosthetically, I think, like, you know, prosthetic leg, what is that? Actually, there's a really cool band, a music band that's actually really cool. They're called Wet Leg. Some of you could have a wet pussy maybe, or a wet leg. You could have pissed yourself. But you might be hearing someone funny and it makes a little bit of piss fall out. Or like wet leg. I've got a wet leg. Have you? So are you wet? Don't know. So, I'm just saying, bruv, I can hear it. So wet leg. Some of you are just dripping like a fuck fridge. I'm just putting that straight out there, okay? That's that one. So there could be a lot of like, you know, playing around and stuff, whatnot. Not something to around a Pisces, maybe. I don't know. I mean, everybody bangs one out, right? Trust me. Why do I hear some people say that I need to work on my celibacy for my twin flame? That's bullshit. You've listened to the wrong people if you're still down that road. Just like you've probably listened to a 13-year-old twin flame reader that says you must remain celibate for your twin. Don't do that. Please do not do that, because that is absolute poppycock bollocks. You can. I'm not trying to stop you, but Jesus. Right, the amount of bollocks information that floats around out there is unreal, right? So if you guys are on the celibacy kick and like, oh no, I mustn't do anything like that because I need to reserve my energy for my twat flame, then, you know, you guys do have to, you do realise, right? If you haven't been following me, I've had 8 twin flames, right? So it's difference between twin flames and soulmates, because a twin flame can be very convincing that they're actually your forever after disaster, right? Trust me, if you're having a hell of a time with a twat flame, right, and it's a disaster, that's a karmic energy. 100% is a karmic energy. It means that they're a convincing energy of spiritual growth, that's it. Because they make you feel that you need to change your appearance and your look and do everything for another person when you're actually not doing it just for yourself. If you're in those circumstances that you need to change things about you for another person, then no, because you're not doing it naturally. That means that, oh my God, I've got to do this for this person. No. Right. I mean, it can be to like impress someone, sure. But what I'm saying is the minority of you that are maybe in of that are like, oh my God, I've got to hide and not let my twat know that I'm maybe talking to someone, or that I can't speak to anyone and I've got it. That means no, that's, you are karmically going through the mustard, and I can guarantee you now, that'll never be an ever after. That will be an ever after disaster, okay? So that means that you're on a very, I'm not putting people in brackets, by the way, but I'm just letting you know where you are on your spiritual calling. If you are going through those, my twat flame, and that's my one ever person, and I'm hiding, and they're being nasty, and it's toxic, and God knows what else, you're down here on the scale of evolution of going up. I'm not saying, oh God, you're worse than anyone else. I'm just saying you probably haven't been doing it long enough yet in order to know that that is a karmic situation, okay? So there you go, that's that bracket. So you might have a few of you there that are still kind of hiding, because I'm hearing like I have to go in hiding, I can't show my face, I can't speak to anyone, I'm ghosting people, I'm blocked physically, mentally and emotionally, I'm not kind of doing all of this anymore, I'm sick to death of it. Daniel Glover, Danielle, you're right. But like, you know, I'm not doing this anymore, blah, 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 I'm trying to block it out, trying to not listen, trying to calm down the static, all this sort of stuff. I don't know if you've just had something happen, or if that's kind of going on for you, for a lot of you. Definitely dealing with a Scorpio or an Aries placement, and you're trying to block yourself off for people. So that means that you more than likely won't meet anybody new this month if you are blocked off to an ex. If you're trying to block it, I mean, like I said, man, if this is just a phone and things like that, that's fine. You know, keeping up the blocking energy of a phone is always a good way to keep going, right? Because you could have all of these people that are just swarming and you're like, I'm going to have to protect my energy, and all of these people keep coming at me for like this and that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, right, everybody out. You know, that is a Scorpio trait, believe it or not, you know, well, a good one, right? So it's kind of like this, depends where it is in your chart. You know, I've had loads of people question all the time, you know, oh, I've always been dealing with, like me, for instance, right? I'm a Piscean, right? A sun sign. And I have a lot of people that have beefs with Pisces. And I've even had beefs with Pisceans myself. I'm kind of like, what the fuck? Really? Right, so my own star sign, right? So not everybody is cut from the same cloth. We have different degrees and certain things like that, right? So, I mean, in my 12th house where I am at the moment, okay, it's like 28 degrees this, 28 degrees that, 28 so, and I'm in my 12th house at the moment. So I've got a fucking hell of a year coming up for me, which is very, but like, yeah, so you could, well, so what's Steve talking about? You could be searching astrology, you could be really into an astrologer, you could be into someone that does all of this kind of thing, and you're kind of like, oh, I've really got a rapport going with this person that's kind of telling me and teaching me a load of stuff and blah, 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 and you're kind of like emailing or texting each other, and you're kind of like giving each other information, or just got sharing info. Okay, Sharon, Karen, Kelly, Casey, Kasana, Kitty, Cataract, you could have something wrong with your eye, maybe. Kit, Casey, Casey, Cassano, Cassandra. You're right, Cassandra. Catty, Kitty. Anybody's got K in the name. K in the name. Even K. 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 Could be someone that's New Zealand. They normally have a long E practically on the end, or they say, is your name Lee? Leanne. Leanne. Anybody's got L in their name also. L. L and M. Anybody's got M in their name, or E. Emily, Emma, or M in the name also. I'm seeing someone just calls someone M, like physical M. That could be Emily or Emma, but they just call them M. Okay. What else is going on for... see, I keep hearing 4. Scorpio, Aries. Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio, Aries, Scorpio, Aries. I mean, you could be like, you've got multiple choice, and you've got options, and people are coming at you, and you're kind of like, right, a little bit like that, a little bit kind of like, well, you know, I'm open, I'm waiting for someone, but, you know, someone has to come along that is worthy of my time of an offer, because if not, then no. And it could be a knot, it could be a Pisces, right? So it could be, you know, you're going to have to classically come up with someone that's seeking for what I'm seeking for, as it's just like right, okay. So, let's see. Cancer. What has Cancer got? So your reading now could be completely and utterly different to whatever it is that I'm kind of picking up for you, but Scorpio, Aries, again, there's huge Jen, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, Jackson, Jacksonville, Australia, Jacksonville, Putcher, your son, it's all up in here, okay, Jacksonville, Australia. You from Jacksonville? Or are you called, sorry, Miss Jackson? And you're Danielle, Jake. So Jake was once were warriors. So that is like South African and stuff like that. South Africa, America, South America, South Africa. Definitely hear a lot of South energy. Okay, so that would also be like, if you were in Britain, that would roughly be here. Ralph, I'm also hearing Ralph, Rachel, Rashad, Evans, Barry and Tina. Tyler, Tanya, Great Britannia. So Britain is now here. So you're right, British people, how are you? Yeah, definitely hearing like South energy, which is like London, Bristol. Bristol Rovers came up for another reading. Brighton, also hearing Brighton. Brighton Beach. Some of you could be beaches. Bette Midler, Betty, Midlands, Middleton, the name Middleton. But yeah, sort of like Isles, British Isles, Ireland also. Hey, you're up there from Ireland also. Some of you really might have this aspiration of like Asperger's. I'm also hearing any of you have got Asperger's or children that have got Asperger's. I'm also hearing asthma as well. Someone that had asthma, or someone that's toking on a bong and you're constantly smoking and you're like Cheech and Chong smoking on a bong. Okay, some of you could be a rap artist and you're doing things around lyrics and music and stuff like that, and you kind of like spurt out like a load of lyrics and stuff. Okay. I'm also hearing Kaylee, Keely, Kylie, Kitty, Catherine, Katharina, but I'm also hearing like Spanish names like Katrina, okay, or Katarina, okay, but like it's Spanish, something like that. There's a Spanish, right? So I'm definitely hearing like accent. Hello, Steve. Nice to meet you. How do you say? Right. I can't come. Can't come. Someone might say I can't come, or I can't come. Don't know what that is. I can't come yet. I can't come yet. Regret. Margarita, Spanish. Regret. Margaret. Hold on. Where's that message going? Where am I going? I need to know first before I'm going. Okay, someone's kind of like, I can't go yet. Like, I can't come yet. Regretting it? You'll regret it if you don't go? I don't know if this is a message. kind of like you'll regret it if you don't go. It's kind of like someone might be hesitating here and they're thinking, should I go or should I not go? Should I travel or not? Like, do I, like not? Is it around life path 3 or Pisces? But what I'm hearing is like you'll regret it if you don't. That's what Spirit's saying. Don't give up. Don't give up. Because you'll regret it if you don't. Because I'm hearing, should I go or should I not go? Should I stay here or should I go? Like, should, because is it just like a holiday or like something? And you'll regret it if you don't. Because I can feel it in my head, like someone's kind of going through these things in their head and they're kind of thinking, should I go or should I not go? Should I reach out and say something or should I not reach out? Should I go and visit or should I not? And like this, like I'll regret it if you don't. Or someone might be like hesitating whether they should or whether they shouldn't. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know if someone's feeling safe or not, like, or not. It's around a Pisces or a life path 3, and I don't know if I would be safe or not. Like I said, if Jeff, Steph and F, if any of you are thinking, like, say if you've got like a long distance relationship that you're kind of talking to someone, but someone is in a very dangerous spot in life, like they're in a very dangerous area, or they're still dealing with a person that's like very dangerous that threatens them. I don't know here if someone's hesitating, thinking like, I can't go to see you because this person that is around me at the moment is a very dangerous person to be around. So that's normally if someone is dealing with like a husband or a wife beater, like someone that's very violent. Violet, anybody's got V in their name? Or Stee in it? Really, I'm not violent. And does anybody out there think that I'm a violent person? Surely not. Sorry, but when my name comes up, I think, people think that I'm violent? No, God no. I've never even hit a man. That's the truth. Probably you guys don't even know that about me. In my life, 47 years, I've never even been in a fight with a man, let alone a woman. Like, no. I don't do that. I'm like, oh God, like I don't do violence. Oh God, no. Last thing I would ever want to do is get into a fight. And I don't give a fuck about masculinity. I don't believe fighting is masculinity. I think it's stupidity. But, you know, each to their own. But no, I'm not a fighter. Because I'm hearing fight or flight. Now, it could be the amygdala, but that could be fear, that is it. But trust me, if there are multiple options here, it could be different people thinking different things. Where you're not on the same page yet. Or Elaine Page, but I'm not on the same page yet. So it might be I'm not in that kind of chapter of my life yet. Right. And I need to turn in tables. Adele, Abigail, Amber. But I'm not on that page of my life yet that it's not quite. Like, someone hasn't closed a chapter out of their life. Chapman, someone from like London, Bristol, maybe. Well, that's London, Guildford. But like I haven't closed out a chapter of my life yet, and I'm not quite over my ex, maybe. Or there's a chapter for someone here that isn't quite accomplished and finished yet. Now, it might be money. It could be money, it could be anything that's kind of like I haven't accomplished, like I haven't found myself yet where I want to be in life, and I don't quite know, so I can't really give you an answer of yes or no, because I don't quite know where I belong yet. Like, I don't know if I want to stay here or move or live or travel or Livy or Livia or Lithuania or Lithuanian, Dwayne, Vienna, Vanessa, peeling, someone could be appealing in court, okay. So it might be where someone has a court date and a date. Oh, like, man, if you've got a past, present and future person that's got like Cancer in life path 7, I'm going to get really mixed up between like whether I'm channeling an ex or whether I'm channeling you or whether I'm channeling a new person or an old person. So my messages are getting a little bit like, which one's which, right? Or a witch, maybe. But like, I'm having to appeal to go to court. So someone here, regardless, is having to go to court. They're getting divorced. There's a divorce situation that's going on that is relating to a court appearance. Now, I don't know if that's you or a person that you know of or that you're dealing with that is having to go to court. Right? It's having to go to court. And then I'm also hearing I don't want to get caught out. You see, a lot of you, I got a feeling. I do have a feeling. And I've been through this. This is one of the stages that means that it's toxic, right? If you are a twat flame that's going through, oh my God, I can't talk to another man or a woman or let my twat flame know that I'm moving on because they won't want me, that's a really, really, really early stage. Sorry, but it really is an early stage. I went through it 17 years ago, maybe. First twat flame, Libra. Okay, when she was on my Facebook and Instagram and things like that. I could not make myself, I felt so like if she finds out that I'm kind of interested in another girl, she won't want me. She will not accept me. And she was doing what she wanted, like dating 3 or 4 or 5 men at once, like, got 7 kids, fucking everything else, dating this one, flirting with this one, flirting with that one, and enjoying herself, right? And going out there gallivanting and doing whatever she wanted, right? But when it came to me, I was paranoid and schizophrenic and delusional and fucking all sorts, thinking, oh my God, I can't let them think that I'm moving on. I can remember once when I was going through that, right? She was on my Facebook at the time, right? And I posted something and I was on Facebook and I messaged a girl, okay, and we was having a girl chat in my comment section and we were flirting a little bit, right? And my twat flame at the time never commented on anything that I ever posted, and I was trying to get her attention, right? Feminine energy, trying to seek approval, right? We was going through yesterday, validation, trying to seek approval, trying to get someone to see me, right? Trying to post anything I can to get the person to notice that I was here. Hello, I'm here, I want your attention, right? Never gave me any attention whatsoever apart from like flirting. Now and again, a little bit of attention, get you interested in me, and then fuck off and then give, be interested in another man, and then another man, and then another man, and then another man. And then when I'm bored, I'll come back, think, oh, okay, I'll give you a little bit of attention just to keep you there, just to keep you stuck as a little plaything, right? Any of you experienced that for your twat flame experience, right? So that for me was a long time ago. Okay, so during that time, someone actually commented, there was a girl that was commenting, we were flirting backwards and forwards. What did I get? A smiley face on, person liked, that my twat flame at the time liked the video, as if to say that I'm watching, right? That I'm watching you commenting, because she liked all the ones that were coming from me or her, one or the other, I don't know. But in my head, it's kind of like, what sort of fucking game are you playing, right? Do you know what I'm saying? You never comment or anything like that on any of my stuff at all. But when I start actually talking to a woman, you actually chirp up with a, that I'm watching in the background there, right? And it wasn't, you might say, oh, Steve, but that's because she wanted you to find. No. She wasn't wanting me to find someone else. She wanted to keep me as one of those little playthings that were around for her to do at the time. Okay. Now, that's not me backlashing anybody, but what I'm giving you is my experience of 17 years of going through this, right? Going through this. And if you guys are or have only just recently been through those times, I can tell you now, without making you feel shit, you're down here in your evolution scale of spirituality. You're down here. Okay. It's no tea, no shade. Okay. But more advanced energies would know all of these tricks, all of these signs, all of these things to look out for, the red flags, the yes, the no, the nonchalant, the ghosting, the making you feel paranoid, the fucking delusional thinking, and God knows what else, and the paranoia that comes along with it, right? Means that you're going through a very difficult time of maybe PTSD and also an awakening at the same time. Okay? If you're on those lines, you're down here. Okay? Okay. But that's not me saying, you're down here and some people are up here. No, I'm not like that, right? I'm not here to deter you away. I'm trying to engage in your algorithm of your spiritual ascension. Okay? So let's see, you'll get there, and then you'll be like, oh, you'll light bulb moment, you're like, oh, I get it now, like I see what you're saying, right? Because you have to naturally let go. You have to naturally come out of your cycle and naturally fall away from the energy, because that's when you're open then. Okay, you're open, you don't mind, you're kind of like, there's nothing for you to attach onto anymore, because I actually don't like you anymore, and I've been chasing you for fucking ages, and I actually don't see you in that light anymore. I just don't. Like, you're not a lover, you know, you're not one of those people that are supposed to be in my life for that long. Right? And when you feel that way, you know that you're coming out of that. Okay? Trust me, you do. You do. Okay? But when you're chasing and having to really get someone's attention that isn't giving you that attention, that's not a good way. Because what you're doing is, right, you're going from like feminine to masculine, and then you're going from masculine to feminine, and your femininity and masculinity are trying to balance themselves out as an energy for you to be equal in the middle in order to be able to be well balanced. It's like Libra energy, right? So you're trying to figure out where you fit in life around your energy. Am I feminine? Am I masculine? Do I have masculine qualities, right? Because like I said to you, there's a certain rule of thumb of a lot of key facts of getting a woman interested in you, or a man, and then there's like safety and leadership and everything else, and stability and safety and all of these kind of things that play very big key factors of being a leader, being an entrepreneur, also being very well groomed and looked at as stature. Okay, there are so many different things to go through. But when you're teetering on the balance of masculine and femininity, a lot of women and a lot of females can learn a lot of bad traits from men when they've been in them, because they pick up, I've been treated this way all of my life, and this is now how I'm going to treat men, ghosting them, you know, going up to a really good energy and then fucking them over, and then going back to a karmic ex and mistreating the good energy, okay, and doing the same. Okay, which means that I know how to get someone interested in me, and then when they are, I can just ghost them and leave them. Now they're interested in me. Okay, so, you know, they ghost people, they, you know, go out of one another's life, and they pick up a masculine trait of what they've learned by their karmic energy, because it's memory. I've memorized what has happened to me, and now I seem to be playing out that role with someone else and treating them the same way as what I've been treated. Okay. Very long process, very long video. So let's get on with your actual reading if you're not fed up, because like I said, this is a talking channel. Okay, so, and if you want just readings, I do them now and again, but just reading, straight up card bump reading, Patreon. Okay, not all of this. Okay, so Cancer. What is Cancer got coming up for the start of their April 2023 for Cancer? 9 of Cups. Very difficult energy to say whether this person's ready to open up. Okay, because it isn't. It's kind of like it's there, but it's not really opening up. It's like I need to do more. I need to get to know you even more yet. There's a few things, even though there's one thing not added to this cup. A thing, Steve, but there's one thing yet that I don't know about you. Now, some of you could have completely blocked yourself off emotionally to someone here. Okay. But this is, I want to be fulfilled emotionally, and I am in certain aspects, but there's just that one thing that I don't quite know yet. Okay. Which means that if you're getting to know someone, it's kind of like, well, I'm not just going to open up the floodgates there and there's me, right? You're going to have to get to know me first. You're going to have to get to know me on more of an emotional level first, right? But like I said, general reading, you could be doing a lot of research about health that will make you look and feel better aesthetically, because then that will start to make your love for yourself, you know, looking after yourself and everything else, and getting oxygen and taking supplements and eating the right foods and having a break and just being you. That really does bring up one's energy levels. Okay, so you really could be researching a lot of things, or this person does a lot of research of information of like, oh, okay, I'm really interested in that, you know, because this is weight, believe it or not, right? Look at the guy, right? carrying weight, right? Carrying water, basically, right? So it could be like I'm swelling, okay? I'm swelling, water swelling, okay? Water retention, okay? My legs could be swelling up or something like that, but I'm water retention, right? So let's see. Some of you, there could be something to do around your water rates, like housing development of like the water bill, the electric bill, because I'm hearing water rates, okay, water rates. That normally means the bill has come through and I have to pay so much in water, okay. So if that's because rates of the house, okay, how much is electric, how much is water, how much is this, like bills, and it's like researching, okay, what's happening with the government and like, you know, all these kind of things. Is the government going to drop the electric? How much is the water rate going to be this month? How much is this going to be this month? And it's kind of like researching how much money you've got, that you realise how much of my outgoings and how much have I got coming in, and can I afford to spend and save, right? Because that's like I said, it's a 9 of Cups. Okay. So, because 9 of Cups can be, I want something, right, but I'm trying not to. Right, I want something, but I'm really trying not to. Like if I'm dieting, I really fancy that burger, but you know what, I'm trying not to. Right, I've something expensive that I want to buy, but I'm actually trying not to. Like I need to start saving, right? For some people here. There's one thing that I would really like, but I'm actually looking at it thinking, should I? You know. Now it could be one person that I'm looking at and thinking, should I? Or, you know. Okay, so Cancer this month for April 2023. So you got the 10 of Swords. So yeah, some of you are going through this monotonous ending with this person that has refused to physically ever really open up to you, and physically and emotionally. Now you can completely and utterly play out that over and over again, but it definitely feels like that someone's feeling as if they've been stabbed in the back by someone. Okay, which means it could, because 9s can be a ghosting energy. It can be like a 9 of Wands, right? But it can be like, well, you fucking stabbed me in the back. Like, what's wrong with you? You know, here. But it, like I said, the 10 of Swords is actually a really good card as well, because it's an open, I'm now free, okay, I don't have to do this anymore, okay. The fear has reached its peak, right, it's reached its peak, Peaky Blinders, right, but like, it's reached its peak, right, so like, if you followed me when I was telling you I'm going to do videos to help you out with anxiety and fear, the fear of flying, the fear of being rejected, the fear of being abandoned, the phobia of a spider, all of these things, right? I can help you out of that, because you need to peak the energy of a fight or flight response, because when it has nowhere to go and it reaches a 9, okay, when it reaches a 10, it's over, right? Means that your panic attack will go. So what you need to do is make it worse to get it better. So you have to not fear. I can teach you loads of shit when it comes to things, but if you look at these cards, it kind of explains that amygdala and the process of like the fight or the flight, the response that relates to relationships, fear, anxiety, worried about relationships, worried about coming, worried about going, worried about flying, worried about anything else, because it all relates to the same memory. You know, it goes through into the amygdala, into the memory bank, and then goes back out, and then that's why you worry when it pops up in your mind about nothing that's there, because it relates to paranoia. The amygdala is also paranoia. If you fear a shark, right, and you don't like sharks and or spiders, right, for instance, say if you're phobic of spiders, right, arachnophobia, right, and there isn't any spiders around whatsoever, there is none, right, but suddenly in your memory you think, spider, right, that means that the memory has come out of your bank of your mind and it's gone through the amygdala the other way. So the amygdala holds onto it, and straight away you're like, oh my God, there's, right, there isn't one here, but what, right? It's because your memory is triggering off that memory because you're fearing it, right? You're not letting it happen, right? So when we take these energies and we look at the mind, I'm fascinated by the mind, guys. Sorry if I talk about it a lot, but I am so fascinated about the mind, okay? So because I think it's the master of the creator of everything. Okay, as soon as you've accomplished your mind, you're there, right? Pretty much, right? So you accomplish your fears, your triggers, your abandonment issues, your abandonment skills. What happens, right? So normally, when the fear reaches its peak, okay, it's a peaky blinder. Okay, I am no longer blind to the truth. I understand it. Right? I don't have to fear anything anymore because of the ending, the peak of it. So the anxiety goes down. Okay. Also means I'm losing weight. Okay. Not fighting a losing battle. That's what I'm saying. You could feel as if you're fighting this losing battle. Right. To it. Depression, anxiety, fear. I'm just fighting a losing battle. I can't seem to get up. I can't seem to do anything. And I'm fighting a losing battle. Right. Cancer for April 2023. So the Emperor. I told you I could hear a lot of 4 energies here. Scorpio and also Aries. So like I said, man, there's a very wise, educated energy here. Now, if you're dealing with an educated idiot, then there you go. But this is saprophilia. This is what is attraction, right? Because emotionally intelligent and a leader is what is attracted from women. Because safety, like safety net, money, education, saprophilia, entrepreneur, kind, considerate, fiery, passionate, loving, protector, father figure, very well seen in the public eye as someone that has stature. Okay, so law of attraction definitely goes towards this energy because it's the major arcana of just 2 of these, right? So it feels like that I know my worth. I know exactly what I have to offer in a relationship, and if people can't see that I am a stable individual as a relationship, I'm not going to be chasing anybody. People come towards me for help. People come towards me for guidance. People come towards me for answers. And if they don't, and they don't want to know me in a relationship, then I'll just continue on being me. Okay, so it means that this person will stop giving you attention if you've been trying to seek it from this person and they haven't been giving you it. Is because they probably don't think that would be wise enough. Okay, probably not a good energy for them. Okay, for them. Right here. So someone could be fearing, thinking, I'm not worthy of the Emperor. I'm not, like, you know, you do get people like this. Well, who am I to be with someone like you? Like, they could have like very low self-esteem. Okay, and they're like, well, who am I to be able to really be with an Emperor? You know, I can't approach that Emperor. What are they going to think of me? Like, are they going to like me? Will they, you know, and you can get fear thinking that I'm not worthy of a relationship, and I'm not worthy of a relationship around someone that has all of this. Right? It could be like money. You know, they've got loads of money and I haven't got fucking any money at all. Right? So I don't think that I'm worth you putting all of this time in because, you know, here. But not if this is a good Emperor. Right. You know, the trouble is with a lot of male energies, when they know certain secrets towards masculinity, they can use their masculinity for not good energies. Right. Let's see. Cancer for April. So the Ace of Cups, there you go. It's someone could have options. It's saying that this person is 100% a fucking stable motherfucker up in here. Because they can emotionally carry themselves quite well. And they can physically do that too. Meaning that they can lead people towards stability. Meaning that people should be offering to this person here. Meaning that this person's looking for an opportunity of someone to come along and say, you know, I'm looking for a stable relationship. I'm looking for someone that can protect my feelings and help me understand what my feelings are for you, and to talk to you and understand who you are and get to know you, right? As an Emperor. So the Emperor would also talk about business and money, finances and things like that would relate to this being saying, well, you know, if you've got children and I'm a very kind, considerate person, that's no big deal to me. Okay. So, 'cause it seems to me like you live your life like a candle in the wind. Never gone where the brain to, where the brain setting. But I would have liked to know you when I was just a kid. The candle burned out long before the legend ever did. This person's a legend. I am legend. Will Smith. But a legend. Legendary. This is where people call this person, bruv, you are a legend. Right? You're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. Right? People actually thank this person and say that you're a legend. You're unbelievable. Oh. Right, you're unbelievable. Oh, no wonder. Thing called wonder, Steve? Fish called wonder. Could be a Piscean, maybe. Oh, wow, the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands. Charismatic, passion. This person would take your eyes straight off your head. This person, if offered a relationship with someone that they wanted, they would take you. Trust me, this person wouldn't mind saying, look at those eyes. They would compliment you. This person's very complimenting, okay? They give you really good compliments, okay? Just hopefully they're not too desperate, right? But they would compliment you. They would say, wow, you look really good today. You look really nice. You know, you've really done yourself up. You look sexy, right, here. So there's an attraction also that the male energy or female energy is trying to impress this person, is to like, I'm impressed by you, okay? Took a two breaths right there, that's it. Well, when you're feeling straight, don't just stand there. Tell me to press, okay? Will you give me what I want? My mind is in a mess. Oklahoma was never like this. Never like this. Why is it never like this? Yeah. Wow, I'm also hearing Gorgeous George. Some kind of magic about you I can't explain. And you walked right into my door. Then you learned it done before. 'Cause it's not forbidden. Why keep it hidden? I know your love is tender and warm. Caught in your headlights, silver and white. I've got it all, and I've got it bad. And I can still see you when you walk my door. So, I forget what his name is now. I really like that album, Gorgeous George. Gorgeous George. Never met a girl like you before. Right, that one. Okay. But yeah, listen to the album if you haven't. But anyway, so you could be listening to those. They could be on the radio. They've been on my radio. Honestly, all the songs that I've done, I've got my my Spotify, right? And I went onto liked songs and just pressed mix, and I've just been having that on all week. And every time I drive out, those same songs that came on the other day, right? Edwyn Collins. There you go. Edwina, Edwin, Ed, Edmonds, Berry, Holly, Jodie, Berryson, Edmonds. But yeah, they've been coming on my radio all day, and I'm like, fucking hell, Steve, you must be a medium. You were singing that song the other day and it's come on. Right? So, on the radio. Video killed the radio star. This person could be a star, could be an Aquarian or a Leo. They could be in the public eye somewhere, and people class them as a star. Fame, I don't know. I mean, you know, public eye. It could just be a tarot reader, right? But, I mean, what's fame? So I don't like putting labels on that. Fame. Really? Is it Danny? Fame. Fame. I want to live forever. Leroy. I want to learn how to fly. Anyway, so let's continue on with Cancer for April. 9 of Swords. You see, you've got this person that's worrying, that's using fear that things might not go according to plan here. Stan is your greatest fan. Some of you could have someone that's like threatening to cut themselves and shit. Because that's relating to when I made an angel radio And the first bit was Eminem, which was Stan, I'm your greatest fan. Okay, and then the next part was what my lyrics that I put on the end of it, right? And I'm hearing Stan. Well, in that, please don't gonna know why. In that, there was a crazed fan, or was very interested in someone, and he said, I even cut myself too, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth, and all of that kind of stuff, right? So it's kind of triggering off this channeled message for me around where someone could be in harm's way, okay, of someone that's like, I'm your biggest fan and I cut myself too, and I do all of these kind of things and blah, blah, blah. And it could be like a crazed fucking letter or a message that someone gets. It doesn't have to be an email or a letter, but it's kind of like your biggest fan, Stan, you know. And then I think at the end of it, the guy ended up fucking driving off a cliff, and then Eminem reads it, sorry man, I haven't got back to you, but yeah, I totally agree, and blah, blah, blah. And then it's kind of like, and then right at the end, it's kind of like, oh, actually, oh, it's you, right? Or Alchemy or Natalie, right? But like, oh, it's you, right? And yeah, he realised that he'd killed himself right here. So, oh, there's a message there maybe for someone. Kilby, Karen, Sharon, someone from Australia, maybe. No, I hope you guys are not thinking any fucking weird shit here. But like your fan, your greatest fan. I don't know why that song is really coming up in my head, of this letter, of this like final like letter, like, you know. Well, listen to the song. Hopefully you guys have heard of that one, right? Eminem, I forget what the actual song's called, but please don't, no, hey, your greatest fan, Stan, right? So I don't know how that's representing. Okay, we are going to find out though what that is for you. Cancer or Life Path 7. Okay, so if you want to follow me over to Patreon, you can find the link provided below. All tiers are open now, meaning that the cheapest tier is open, which is the bronze tier. So you will find this reading on all 3 tiers. Okay, but if you can only just afford your monthlies and you want all 12 star signs, you want your partner in the numerology that I read in, and you want to see the outcomes, okay, then I'll do it. I'll point down and show you now. Okay, but you'll need Patreon, and Patreon is, like I said, it's $2 or $3 for your monthly readings to the bronze tier. That's all it is. Okay, and it really helps me out because that's where I get paid from. It's really not necessarily YouTube. But yeah, if you want that, then you'll need the bronze tier. If you want the weeklies and the teaching, then you need either the silver or the gold. Okay, but I've got them in segments. It does tell you about it over there. If you don't want any of those and you want to join the joyride of Steve's channel, and it really does help me out, gives me that little bit extra boost in my end of month wage, then there's the join button. And for that, you get different things at different times. Some are personal readings. Some are teaching videos, maybe now and again. Some are just general readings, and I'm doing it out there. And I try to give you different things at different times. But it's like $2, I think. It's really not much. Okay, so you can join, you get a glittery name and all that sort of stuff. So there you go, Cancer. Thanks very much for your time. I really do appreciate it. And I will hopefully see you over on Patreon.